Someone's going to accuse me of treating an old phone as a new phone. This phone, I believe, came out in 2015, 2016. Doesn't matter. I am going from a ZTE Z Max Pro. Yes, it is as big as it looks. This is a protective case that adds another, I would say, half an inch to it. But it's a big, big screen. I think it's a 5.6 inch screen. Could be wrong. I'm going from this, which has a fingerprint scanner on it for logging in, flash, and a 1080p camera, which, quite frankly, the 1080p camera sucks so badly. And a gyroscope, which I originally upgraded this for Pokemon Go when Pokemon Go was a huge thing. That way I could see Pokemon in the real world. And it has expandable memory. It does not have a removable battery. It was $100. ZTE Z Max Pro. They now have the ZTE Z Max Pro 2. I finally upgraded last year from that to an iPhone SE because I thought the SE was bigger. No, it's a one-hand phone. That thing is small. Oh my god, that screen is so small. So I traded out, went back to the ZTE for another year. Now, I originally looked online on MetroPCS.com for an iPhone, and they had the iPhone 6S for $150, which I thought was a great deal. I know it's an old phone, but it doesn't matter. It was a great deal. And the screen was, an okay size. It was about, cut this screen right to here. It was a little bit less wide and a little bit smaller. Then we walk in to go get that one, and the price went up. It wasn't even on sale for $150, but the price went up. It was weird. The girl tried to explain it. She's like, yeah, well, yesterday we switched the price because blah, blah, blah. We had it like set too low or whatever, and on our online website we had it set too low, so here's the real price. I'm like, oh, no, I am not spending $300 on a phone that's that much smaller. Not going to happen. But then we looked around, and right down another row from it, they had the iPhone 6S Plus, which is almost the size of this. If you can see the outline, because I know I don't have a good light on, right there. My iPhone without a case on it, because I haven't gotten a case yet, fits right in here almost perfectly within this casing right here on my ZTE. And it was, if you trade over from, if you're on Verizon or Sprint or Boost or whatever, and you're on a plan, and you switch over to Metro, you can get the iPhone S6 Plus for $150. For $150, you can get it. But we didn't have that. But with an upgrade, if you have an eligible upgrade for MetroPCS, it's $299, $355 with tax, activation, and all that other good stuff. It says this includes the iPhone 6S Plus earpods with 3.5mm headphone plug, Lightning to USB cable, and USB power adapter. Supports CDMA, GSM, UMTS, TD, SCDMA, and LTE, FDD, and TD. Cellular technologies. So you can use this basically, I believe you can use this with AT&T and I think Sprint, but you cannot transfer this over to Verizon or any of those other ones. I could be wrong. Oh, it's AT&T and T-Mobile. This can work with any of those if you have it unlocked. It will not work, I don't think, with Sprint or Verizon because they're incompatible. But yeah, I love the box. The box is pretty heavy. iPhone 6S Plus, 32 gigabytes of memory. I'm not treating this as if it's a new phone like for everyone in the world. This is old. There's the iPhone 8, the iPhone X, XR, RX, whatever they have now. It's like on number 10. This is like 4 generations older, and that's okay. It's new to me, and it's big. I wanted a phone screen that was almost similar to this one in size, and this one's pretty much it. The thing is I've used iPhones. I've owned iPhones before this one. But I didn't have them for very long. I had them for the 3 to 6 month upgrade period, and then I switched to another one. I've gone back and forth between iPhone and Android. Now, if you are new to the iPhones as well, this is a great one. I've tested it already when he went to add everything. You have the Apple icon, you have your flash, and your camera microphone, which is down on the bottom. And the sensor, as you notice, for the camera is a little bit smaller than you're probably used to, because Android's, sorry about that, I just had McDonald's. Android's cameras usually are a little bit bigger. Well, you won't be able to see it from here, because I didn't have my light. I don't have my light, which sucks. But yeah, the camera sensor is smaller, but you get bigger, better quality. Like, it'll blow Android. Even today, this 4K 4K 30 FPS for video, 1080 at 60 FPS and 1080 at 120 FPS for slow motion, 720 at 240 FPS, and then 720 at 60 FPS for video recording. It's thin. It's like almost like 6 credit cards put together. The speaker on the bottom, charger on the bottom. There is no back and there is no open all app clear cache button. You do it all from the home button. Some people will like that, some people won't. It's going to be hard to get adjusted to it, but now I feel rich because all the cool, rich, young people have the Galaxy S10 or the iPhone. Like any iPhone, people are going to be like, you're cool, man. You're cool. You're cool, girl. You're cool. Yeah, they're going to be like that. This is like a businessman phone. It doesn't matter. It's business. You have your volume adjustment. You have your switch lock. You have your wake button on off. Get a case for this, and you have your SIM card eject button. And it says iPhone S. It doesn't tell you what model, what version, but it's the iPhone S brand. And I did have an issue where I couldn't hear when I was doing phone calls. I couldn't hear the other person. Like, it was muffled. Now, I'm thinking, people said that, and there's other people that said they got it brand new and they had the same issue. They said upgrade the phone, update it. I mean, update it, not upgrade. Update the phone. I did that. It's still muffled. So I'm going to have to check with that. It does have wake control where when you lift the phone, it turns on and gets super bright. It also has the bright dark where when you look away from the phone, the screen gets dim. When you look back at it, it gets bright. I don't like that. It annoys me, so I turned it off. If you're used to Android, to my knowledge, from what I've used, I don't know, I'm talking about like technology. I haven't gotten a chance to really like get used to this. I have a Mac Mini, I have 2 Mac Minis, and I have a Windows computer, Samsung tablet. So I got like all of them together, Sony PS4, stuff like that. I got to get used to this because this is a new OS for me for the phone, not for my Mac Mini over here. But usually all the volume is the exact same. When you hit increase volume, there's no separate for media volume, for notification sound volume, for ringtone sound, and for there's another one that emergency alert and an alarm system. This is all just one volume, which if you don't like that, then go back to Android, because I will miss my Android. I really will. But the the only one that Metro is selling is the S8 and the S9. And those are like $1,000, $699 phones. And I'm like, oh, I really wish. But, you know, it's whatever. You got to give and take, give and take. The screen. Someone's going to be like, do a screen test. So, I'm also going to do some tutorials from people who were asking me questions about their iPhones. This is as bright as the screen can get. Compare it to my face with this light over here. It's even overexposing. It's even overexposing my camera lens. But yeah, it's bright. It's brighter than my ZTE. There we go. Now you can see it a little bit better. Brighter than my ZTE. There we go. It has a night mode. It has Bluetooth. You can connect if you have a Mac computer. A lot of older people don't know this. If you have a Mac computer, you sign into your email that you use on your Mac to log in onto this, and you get almost all of your apps on it. Not every app. If it's like Final Cut Pro, I don't think they have it on their iPhones. At least not this one. They might have it on the newer ones, but I don't think they have it on older ones. But like games and stuff will transfer over usually. You can transfer documents, hit Bluetooth mail drop, and then or sync, Wi-Fi sync, whatever. It's really beautiful how these are so compatible with their own computer. You get an Android tablet, you're gonna have issues. Like I've had many Android tablets from different companies, Huawei, Samsung, RCA, stuff like that. I plug it into any kind of computer, Windows or Mac, and when I start to transfer files, it'll freeze up and then say Windows Explorer has stopped working every once in a while, like a lot actually. And then you have to do the whole thing all over again and pray it didn't corrupt your memory on your computer or on your tablet. This one, from what I've used in the past, just syncs right over. Boom. Instant. It's great. You do need a case for this. Cases are cheap. Five Below has a lot of cases. Pretty much any store. I don't think they have like, oh, you can't use a Verizon case on this one. You can. Pretty certain. But yeah, what I love about Apple are their boxes, the products, how everything is set up inside. It's very clean. It's very streamlined. Very small menus and manuals and stuff like that. And it comes with the Apple stickers. I don't know I mean, you already got an Apple there. I don't know why people have like a small Apple, big Apple, but you can do that if you want your phone. If you don't plan on putting it in a case, or if you put it in a clear case and you can see it. If you put it in a case that covers the whole back, then it defeats the purpose of having a sticker there. I'm probably just gonna sell them. They do sell for like $10 to $20 because they're official ones. The speed on this thing, the camera on it, everything that I've tested is very sensitive. He took out, and I read that you're not supposed to be able to use an Android SIM card on an iPhone. Well, he did it, and it works. I still get phone calls, although the muffled audio, I still get text messages so far. But yeah, I will be working on tips and tricks for iPhones, and this works with this one and newer. In case, because there's some people asking me about screen mirroring. How do I screen mirror? I'm gonna be look from an iPhone because I did it for Android. So be on the lookout for that. This phone, again, pros and cons. Pick your poison. If you're used to Apple, you're gonna love it. If you're not used to them, you're either gonna hate it or you're gonna grow to love it. Vice versa. So I'm not telling anyone to convert over. I'm not gonna have this phone for the rest of my life. They do have a death clock. The batteries do get old. They wear down if you use it a lot, or you use like extreme applications, extreme gaming, stuff like that. I'm very happy with it. I would prefer you be on AT&T or another network and then go into MetroPCS and say, hey, I want to switch over to your service so you can get this for $150 flat. That would be way better. Way better. But for what it is, this phone retails for $500 still. And getting it for $355 is pretty good. That's $150 off.